What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In, the proper gaming talk show where we dive into the latest news in gaming every single week. Every week with a fail. It's your boy Stan Solitaire with me today, as usual, is SGK. Chilling.
What up, guys? Good morning.
Chilling like a villain.
Very cold morning. As you see, I got my hoodie on, trying to stay warm.
Yo,
There's a fucking icebox in here.
It got cold. This week has been kind of slow and quiet and not a lot going on. I think that's usually how it goes when it's like the week of a big release. That might just be me. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of news when there's like a big game releasing that same week because everyone's just focused on that game. So, like this week we got two pretty big games coming out. We got Call of Duty Vanguard that releases today. I mean, it's only big because it's Call of Duty, and then the other game is Forza 5, which is a pretty big game for.
Yeah, definitely. I actually did want to play that for a little bit. It's my first Forza game that I wanted to play. Yeah,
it looks really good. Forza looks like an amazing game. Call of Duty just looks like more of the same. The initial reviews from what I've been seeing online is that it has a decent multiplayer, which it's Call of Duty. Of course, it's going to have a decent multiplayer, but it has a very lackluster campaign. And also, like, the fan reception going into this game is extremely underwhelming. I mean, everyone I've seen on Facebook and Twitter and everything has just been like, everyone's just kind of like, okay, it's another Call of Duty game. It's another World War II game. Who really cares?
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of people have been saying, me included. They just need to take a break. Like this is releasing.
I mean, they're not going
less than a year. This is releasing less than a year than Cold War.
No, it's not less than a year. Cold War released in November. They always release the Call of Duty games in November, so it's been a solid year. But still,
yeah. Usually it's at least a year and some change, but like it's almost like, you know, the sports games or like getting a new pair of sneakers every year. Loses meaning after a while.
Oh, it does. It does totally. And Call of Duty's been kind of out of it since the Modern Warfare remake. That was like the last really good Call of Duty game that came out. That was legitimately great.
It was a remake, which is sad.
Well, it wasn't a remake. It was like a reboot, but still.
Yeah.
And that game came with Warzone, which got wildly popular. And it's still pretty popular, even though it has its own,
because
issues.
It's free.
Exactly, because it's free. But Vanguard, basically, like when it was announced, nobody was really interested or excited about this game. Yeah. So I'm going to be interested. I have something in my eye. I'm going to be interested to see the sales numbers once they drop. I'm sure it's going to be huge, but, still.
I don't think so, because Cold War was very underwhelming. Nobody's excited about zombies. Nobody's really excited about the multiplayer.
Honestly, zombies is going to be the only reason that Vanguard sells. It's going to be the only reason. And honestly, that's the only thing that is like holding Call of Duty afloat right now. That and Warzone.
Yeah. I mean, watching the zombies trailer because they did like a long play and explaining the zombies and everything. And everybody in the comments was just like, looks boring, looks the same. Like nobody's really excited. I mean,
what are you going to do, really? Like, what more are you going to do with zombies that you haven't already done? Honestly, at this point, they should just do like a Warzone-esque zombie Call of Duty and do like a free-to-play zombie game that has seasons and shit. That would be dope.
Just focus completely on just zombies. Yeah,
just turn Call of Duty into a zombie game.
I mean, yeah, like you said, what else are they going to do besides maybe go back in time? But you can't go back but so far. They just need to. It sounded like I was watching the Madden 2022 trailer the other day, and it's like, it's the best Madden yet. I'm like, you said that last year and the year before. Yeah. You've been saying this since 2005. Like, it loses its meaning when you come out every year, Like,
yeah, it does. It does, exactly. And I'm over here just waiting on Battlefield because they do it right where they release a new game every like 5 years. So, exactly. Because they actually take the time and put a lot of effort into their games to make them great. So I'm over here really excited for Battlefield. Hopefully they fix a lot of the issues that were in the beta. I'm almost guaranteed they will, so I'm not that worried about it. But Battlefield is also a more niche war game, so
I think it's just as popular.
I mean,
honestly,
it is, but I mean, like a lot of Call of Duty players don't get into Battlefield because it plays drastically different. So
yeah,
you know,
and vice versa.
Exactly.
But I think Battlefield's probably the better of the two shooting games.
Oh, definitely. Like I still like Warzone for like how it plays because like the way Call of Duty plays is great, but yeah, they just need to stop doing these like yearly releases because it's getting old.
Yeah.
But yeah, Forza 5 is coming out though today. So anyone out there, any Xbox fans, you got Forza to look forward to today and have fun with for a while. And anyone out there who's actually looking forward to Vanguard, you get that today as well.
And that should hold you over till Halo next month,
Pretty
which is
much
insane that it's December already.
Seriously, that's weird. I mean,
I gotta start thinking about pre-ordering my $700 Steam Deck. Oh man.
Yeah, for real. We'll see how that goes. But guys, let us know in the comments below if you're excited for Vanguard or Forza, or if you're just kind of like waiting for something better, or if you're waiting for Battlefield. Let us know in the comments below. Speaking about new games, we also got 20 minutes of Elden Ring shown to us yesterday, Thursday. It showed off a lot of gameplay. It's just literally just 20 minutes of gameplay and a little bit of dev commentary here and there. We got to see a lot about how the game's going to play, about what you're going to be able to do, some of the characters, some of the boss battles. In my personal opinion, it looks great. Like it looks like it's going to be a ton of fun, but it does just look like more Dark Souls. So I'm sure that's what people want. But I'm over here just like this. This literally just looks like more Dark Souls, but with a different name and a slightly different aesthetic. So, like, it looks like it plays more intuitively than Dark Souls did, because Dark Souls fairly linear with how you play it. Like, you can really only do, like, go one way. There's some, shortcuts and stuff like that. Same with Bloodborne, and Sekiro did the whole... It looks like they're taking kind of notes from Sekiro, where you can approach things that, differently, depending on how you want to play. So you can avoid certain, areas that have a lot of enemies and go around them. That takes a little bit longer, but it's a little bit safer. You can take, you can attack from above, below. So you have a lot more freedom of play, which I think is definitely needed in a Dark Souls game.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I was always a Mortal Shell fan. That was my Souls-like game that I started really getting into.
Cool.
And then I'm playing this game. It's called Sinner's Redemption, I believe, which is also kind of like a Souls-like S game. Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption. Sorry, that's what it's called. Okay. And so I have to take a break with Souls games. It's like every once in a while. It's not like every. I had to pass on Sekiro. I had to pass on. Well, the Dark Souls remake, because I don't like Dark Souls, just like Souls-like games.
That's fair. I'm sure it's gonna be fun. I'm sure it's gonna it looks like it's just set in like medieval times rather than like dark fantasy times. But that's pretty much.
I mean, I tried to play Bloodborne. I've tried to play it so many times because I love the aesthetic.
I love the aesthetic, the Victorian aesthetic. It was so freaking cool.
I can't play that game. I cannot. I've played so many times. I cannot get through it.
Soulsborne games aren't for everyone. I mean, I played through Bloodborne and I had a blast with it, even though I got pissed off by a lot of enemies. But that's the nature of Soulsborne games. But anyways, guys, let us know in the comments what you think about the 20 minutes of gameplay we saw for Elden Ring, and if you're excited for this game. I know Jacksepticeye is. So there's also this talk about Xbox players. There's, I think, a Twitter account by the name of Red Dragon put this out there and said that 82% of the box sales for Guardians of the Galaxy were on PlayStation. And they mentioned how it seems like Xbox players just don't want to buy games because of Game Pass. Which makes sense, but their argument there didn't really make sense because it didn't really match up because it doesn't factor in physical sales or digital sales, sorry. And even when you look at like the top selling games on the Microsoft Store right now, like those are all digital titles. So like here's a question for like everyone out there who's an Xbox player or a PlayStation player, whatever. Do you buy more digital or do you buy more physical? And for the Xbox fans, do you rely more heavily on Game Pass? And do you think Game Pass factors into whether you buy a game or not? What do you think?
I mean, it does, but like at the end of the day, nobody's gonna live service is just a trend right now. I don't think it's gonna gonna last, but it's not gonna be preferred because it's very annoying to have the ownership or the accessibility of something that you want to play rely on a subscription.
Yeah.
Like it's very annoying. It can be cumbersome at times. It can just there's nothing like owning the game and just being able to play it whenever you want.
That's true.
Wherever you want, doesn't matter. So I think the thing about Xbox is that Game Pass is just going to make developers try harder. Because like if you really want a game, you're going to buy it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to buy Forza 5. You don't just want to play it on Game Pass.
But do you think that Game Pass actually factors into how a game sells? Because a lot of games lately are being released day one on Game Pass, so these people don't even have to buy the game. True.
Yeah.
But
I'd rather buy my games. Like I don't think. I mean, using Game Pass, like all right, it's $10-15 a month. Fine. But like. I don't know. Like I said, there's nothing like owning your own game.
Yeah, me personally, like I would rely on Game Pass to like I would use Game Pass as a tool to like try out a game I'm not super sure about yet.
Yeah,
and like play it for a little bit, see how I like it, and then if I really like it, then I'll go and buy it.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I feel like I'd fall into that rhythm where why pay for a full game when I can just stream it right now on Game Pass. So I'd 100% fall into that, and I'd 100% fall victim to that. Like if PlayStation Now was like that, that was what would happen.
As a gamer, if it's something you're passionate about, you're gonna put out the money to buy it.
I mean, I'm gonna be buying the director's cut for Ghost of Tsushima 100%. It's going to happen. I haven't done it yet just because there's so many other games I want to play, and I haven't played yet, and I've already played Ghost. So I'll probably get the director's cut once it goes on sale a little bit because I've already played it. But I really do want to play the Icky Island expansion. But anyways, so yeah, there are certain games where like I would be like, yes, 100% I'm going to buy this game because I love it. I want to support the developers. But then there's other games where I'm just like, I'll catch it on Game Pass or I'll catch it like on a streaming service or something like that.
No, there are some games where I don't regret. Usually I find the silver lining in every game purchase I make, but there have been some games where I have literally regretted. Like I would burn my hand to keep me from spending that money that I spent. So like,
yep. Been there.
So Game Pass does come in handy.
Yeah. So guys, I'm going to pass the question off to you guys. Anyone out there who's an Xbox player, does Game Pass factor into whether or not you buy a game, or do you just rely totally on Game Pass, or do you buy digital, physical, whatever? Let me know how what your thought process is when it comes to new games in the comment section below, please. We want to know. We would love to read your comments. On to some PS5 news. We got one weird story, kind of a weird story, and another really, really, really happy story. So the first one is for anyone out there in the UK, y'all going to be getting some PS5s for Christmas because Sony is literally airlifting PS5 systems into the UK to meet the Christmas demand. So they're literally commissioning like several 747 flights to transport thousands of systems over to the UK. And each of these planes, they haven't really said, obviously, they're not going to say like how many planes that they're, commissioning for this, obviously, because they don't want, all the numbers out there. But each plane can carry 100 tons of equipment on 50 pallets. And the PlayStation 5 system is not that heavy. So you're literally going to be getting you're going to be getting millions of PlayStation 5 systems delivered to the UK, which means you're going to be seeing a huge restock within the next month and a half, which is crazy.
Actually, it's kind of terrible because I doubt that they fixed the servers, which you would think they would, or strengthen the servers.
Who knows? These are probably going towards like physical stores. So your GameStops, your British version of GameStop, whatever that is, or whatever, like department stores in England are probably going to be carrying this a lot more. So yeah, you're going to be expect a huge restock coming soon.
With a situation like this, the best time to get a PS5 would be the months before or the months directly following a holiday season.
Oh, 100%.
Like the best time
it's always after. Yeah, you always got to grab it after.
It would have been either like September, August, October, catch one of those restocks, or now it's probably going to be January, February, March. Will probably be the best time at this point. This holiday restock is going to be an utter disaster.
I also find it interesting that this year will probably be the first Black Friday that doesn't have a next-gen gaming deal. Because there's just none of them available. And I doubt we're going to get any available in time for Black Friday. It's probably going to be a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, you will. But the thing is, they're going to make it a surprise. They're going to be like, it's Black Friday. Oh, by the way, we have some
restock. But I don't think we might see more bundles, but I don't think we're going to see any like price decreases on the PS5
traditional like $500.
Yeah. We're going to see more bundles probably. Like when you buy a game system, you get like so many games with it or something like that, or a controller or something like that. But we're not going to see I highly doubt we're going to see a decrease in the actual cost of the next gen or the current, current gen gaming platforms right now, systems rather. So. Guys, let me know in the comments below if you're from England. Are you excited for this restock? And anywhere else in the world, what do you think we're going to see for Black Friday? You know we're going to be doing a Black Friday deals like we usually do for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Because our last video from like 2018 blew the hell up. Last up today, we got some really, really, really good news for all you PlayStation fans out there. Sony really quietly fixed the whole CMOS battery issue in the past 2 weeks. So, finally. But before, if the CMOS battery died in your PlayStation 5, it would essentially lose all game functionality because the CMOS battery controls your internal clock, and that's how the system verifies that you're able to play a game or not. Because I guess it has something to do with release dates and shit like that.
Pirating and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. So now, apparently, according to recent tests, even if your CMOS battery dies, your system won't lose game functionality, physical or digital. It'll now give you the opportunity to manually input the time whenever you start up the system. So you're able to still play those games, and then it will verify from that time. And cross-reference it to the games. So
interesting.
That is awesome. The only thing it doesn't cover is PlayStation Plus redeemed games. So if you ever download a game from PlayStation Plus and your CMOS battery dies, it's not going to be able to work anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But I mean, this is better than nothing. Exactly. Yeah. PlayStation Plus is live service,
so that makes sense. But it was more important that they fix it for games that you actually own, because that's kind of bullshit.
Exactly. Now, my whole thing was that this whole issue still isn't going to be an actual issue for years. I mean, like, these batteries naturally die. Like, it's impossible to make them, last forever. It's impossible. Shit happens.
But I mean, to be fair, it does feel like we're going 10 steps back as we go forward. Because how many people still have their Sega Genesis? They can boot it up. Still play the game.
But they didn't have that CMOS battery in there because, they didn't have to worry about digital games or anything like that. And even like the PlayStation 3, like you didn't have to worry about as many digital games. But that system had a CMOS battery, and most PlayStation 3s are still fully functional. So
my PlayStation 3 broke a couple times.
Well, yeah,
it wasn't the perfect console.
Oh, it wasn't. It had its own issues. But in terms of the CMOS battery, it's still working. Mm-hmm. We haven't heard anything about CMOS batteries in the PlayStation 3s breaking. So Like,
but it is good.
This isn't going to be an issue. This isn't going to be an issue for a while until you're no longer even playing the PlayStation 5 anymore. So it's like people are making a big deal over. Personally, I think people are making a big deal over nothing.
It's definitely something to consider, I would say.
It's something to consider, but it's not something to freak out about.
It's like yes and no, because technology's weird. No. I'm just putting it out there. Technology's very weird. You never know what could happen, and then you're just like, hey, why isn't my stuff working? I paid for this, you know, like, and I was saying like I was telling you, like gamers are getting to a point where they're hitting consoles that are satisfying their performance line of what they like. So I think people, once they get a PS5, PS5 Pro, I think people are going to slow down on buying consoles. Like
possibly. I mean, I doubt it, but possibly.
For more than 10 years. Because
maybe.
For 4K 60, if you're not a PC head, that's all you want.
Yeah, you're right there. I don't know.
You know, so
I don't know. I'm still on the fence. Like people were making such a big deal about this, even though it probably wouldn't have been an issue in the lifetime of the system. Looking back at the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, both their systems are still working pretty much fine in terms of the CMOS. Other issues have happened with either of their systems, but the CMOS battery is still running strong on both their systems. So why wouldn't the same be for the PlayStation 5? It just doesn't make sense. But they didn't stop to think about, oh wait, the odds of the CMOS battery dying in the next 5 years are like 0.001%. So it's like this is not an issue.
It's all about the future proof. You just want to future proof yourself. People just want things to be future proof. That's
again, shit's gonna break. It's technology. Nothing's gonna last forever. You know, stuff will have to be replaced. And that also brings into the whole right to repair conversation as well. Because if something breaks, they should, give us the tools to be able to fix it ourselves. Or
are they going to sell us an extra CMOS battery?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question.
Guys, we want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the whole CMOS battery issue? Do you think it's a non-issue to begin with? Are you happy about Sony fixing this? I don't know why you wouldn't be happy, but we want to hear all your thoughts one way or the other in the comment section below. But this is where we're going to end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you have not subscribed yet, now is the perfect time to do so. We put up videos every single Friday, and your boy tries his best to stream every Tuesday and Thursday. So be on the lookout.
And I'll be getting on that schedule again once I get a place to live.
Exactly. Right now, I've been streaming Guardians of the Galaxy. I might be streaming Far Cry 6 when I get it. Maybe I'll do a couple rounds of Dead by Daylight or Warzone or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
And maybe some of that futuristic Deathblood, Deathpool, Deathloop, just
Deathloop, Knockout City. There's a lot of games I want to stream, but guys, check out all the streams on the Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Let us know if you like them, and thank you for supporting the channel. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent.
Peace.
See you guys in the next video. Peace.